What's going on, guys? Today we're going to be working on this thing, 1974 Maverick two-door, 250 straight 6 C4 transmission, got the 4 to 8 inch. I picked this up, gosh, probably a couple years ago now, and it's just been sitting. It's a runner driver. The brakes need some work. I think I've got a bad axle bearing on this side. It's a little noisy. The guy I bought it from was going for that 60s hot rod. You know, I've got the center caps, you know, the Steelies. He had a big goofy scoop on it, bolted down. I got rid of that. Haven't done a whole lot to it. It needs interior. It's got mismatched seats and it's pretty complete. Got some parts in the trunk. Floors are rusted out in a couple spots. See if we can get this up. I've already played around with some stuff, trying to figure out the best way, budget to just put lipstick on a pig. So I've done some headliner stuff to it. I'm not happy with it. Thought I was gonna like it. Just a little bit of a, it's like 1/4 inch masonite, and cut it out. Did some templates for the sail panels, also masonite. Like I said, I'm not in love with it. Probably gonna come out. Tried to reseal the glass. That was a debacle. The aluminum, it's the trim's there, pulled it off. The seals are, I don't know, I think they're expensive. I think everything's expensive, but the seals are, I don't know, somewhere $100 a piece, and I just didn't want to put that kind of money into it. I really wanted like a budget friendly, you know, daily that I could, you know, just mess around with, something to occupy the time. But today I'm going to be working on this bumper. It's 74 is the first year of the big bumper. 73 was a 1 year only. They had like an in-between, and then the early models had the small bumpers that everybody's after. Again, I don't want to put a ton of money into it, but you can see it's like a park bench up here. So the front bumper will be later. Today I'm going to focus on the rear bumper. I've already pulled, you see that? I've already pulled the bumper bracket, both sides. They're pretty rusty. It was a daunting process. You can see the bumper itself. If I can change this light, that might be better. The bumper itself's just Swiss, and the other side's equally as bad. Let's see if I can get that one-handed. Pretty damn heavy. Yeah, so it's not like we're tearing up anything nice here. They've already mudded it. There's Bondo, 1/4 inch thick in there, or thicker. So anyhow, we're gonna try and cut this down and just see how it turns out. End up trimming, I think we're gonna end up trimming this plastic about here, on that line, and trying to suck that bumper up. Maybe not quite that far. I think I'd actually like, I don't know. I'm gonna play with it. But right now I gotta separate that, and I don't know, I've already gone further into it than I wanted to, kind of got mission creep. But we're gonna try and separate, I think, the skin from the actual structure, and then we can play around with how much. But realistically, all I'm gonna do is I'll cut this however much I wanna take out. If I wanna, you know, 2 inches, I'll just end up lopping 2 inches out and just re-welding this and bolting it back up. Is it right? No, probably not. But it'll do what I need it to do, and that's all we're after. You know, the name of the channel is Datil'do Garage. Good enough gets it done. I am not, you know, trying to enter this thing into a SEMA show or run it through Mecum or anything like that. Like I said, I've got less money in this than most people have in a golf cart. It was just something to play with. I couldn't pass it up. It was for sale a few miles away from me. I went and looked at it. You know, it had some rust. It still has rust. You know, there's bubbling back through here. I'm gonna get started, and when I run into something interesting, I'll turn the camera back on. Well, I've got this one hung, and I just saw this. I took this over and hosed it out. There's a bunch of sand, but he put a helper spring on here, and I'm not sure exactly what that is. So, but he's jammed a piece of plastic in there. I'm guessing it was squeaking, and he didn't like it. So they probably are not going to stay on here. I'm not in love with the stance. It's not terrible. I like a 60s hot rod as much as the next guy, but I think these are 295 60-15s. I'm sorry, 295 50-15s. I don't know what the backspace is on them. He didn't roll the lip. Well, no, he did. It's rolled a little bit inside. But I'm more. I don't like the skinnies in the front and the fatties in the back. I'd like to do something a bit more even stance, maybe a little bit lower, with, I don't know, probably an 8-inch wheel. Anyhow, I'll get into that later. Right now, we're just worried about tearing this bumper apart. But I saw that plastic shim in there, and I thought, geez, man, like, I like it. I ain't mad at the guy. These brackets, in case you guys get into it, they've got two holes here that mount to the frame, and then on the back side of it, these were not bolted in there. Right here's a welded nut. So they just, mine weren't bolted, but when these slide in, just kind of angle them down and then slide it in there. Well, say that. There's still something in there. I'll take a look. Can't see it, I'll get the light. Be right back. All right, so we've got these snug back up. It's just these, there's two 11/16 on each side. So we got those snug back up. You can see the pitting. The bolts that were holding these brackets to the actual bumper itself were so rusted I had to cut them off of there. So I'll just probably be welding that back on to the bumper here if I can get some metal to weld to. We'll have to see. I may even, this is where they were bolted through, but I may even just cut this out and see if I can find some good metal behind it, and then leave this intact and just weld it to the back side of this, the inside of it, and that'll give me an extra, I don't know, about an inch of tuck. So we'll see what happens. All right, guys, we're back. It's already getting hot, man. Weather says 68 degrees, but feels like 88 degrees. It's sunny. So I've got it kind of mocked up with these jack stands. So you can see, like, not a great look. You know, it's a mid-70s big bumper. That's what they did. So, excuse me. So we're gonna try and, I don't know, maybe I'll run it's not perfect, but I think I'd like the bumper to take the place of this. So I can't tuck it all the way in. The early 70s, like the bumper goes here. And so if you look at an early 70s model, the bumper actually follows this contour. So they tucked real nice the early 70s. 70, 71, 72, I think. But yeah, I think I'd like to get this one just moved up here. So I'm not sure. I think if I just cut this vinyl just a plastic. Maybe I'm gonna come straight across because I don't know what will happen to this geometry here when I do it. But if I take it off here, whatever that dimension is, pull that out of the brackets, slide it forward, that might be the look I'm going for. So I'm gonna make some marks, take some measurements, and get to it. You know, ain't nothing to it but to do it. I'll check back with you guys in a minute. All right, well, I got some updates. I don't know what's going on. Okay, I don't know if you guys can see this, but I took a Sharpie and I just went along, had the bumper in place, and then I scored it here. And that's how much it overlaps. So this goes, it tucks inside the, kind of tucks inside the bumper here, between the actual support and the bumper skin. And then I measured from here to here, and it's about 1 3/4 inches. I think that side was a little bit less, 1 5/8 inches. So I think I'm going to take 1 3/4 inches out, but I may not have to even get into cutting and welding the bumper supports. I may be able to get that out of here if I just cut this out and slide that onto the bumper brackets. That may be close enough to the 1 3/4 inches that I can live with it. So I'm gonna play around with that some more. Maybe I'll cut this out and hang it on there as a mock-up and see if I'm happy with that. See what happens. Well, we got updates. I didn't think about it, but there is a bracket. I know there's no bolt that goes through it. There's a hole that goes all the way through. I guess at some point something was in there, but gonna have to cut that out. I think this is gonna give me about 1.5 inches, and I was looking for 1 3/4 inches. But if I can live with 1.5 inches, it'd be a whole lot easier. So let's see. All right, guys, we got updates. Still just mocked up here on the jack stands. I'm not mad at that, and I think I got about 1/2 inch here. If I trim that, I think what we're done is we bottomed out inside here with that tuck. I crawled underneath. I was going to mark the holes because I don't fancy welding that close to a gas tank. I don't know, call me dumb. But hot metal and fuel, especially these old cars, I just don't do it. Anyhow, I got under there to mark the brackets out, and I realized I still had about 1/2 inch before I bottomed those brackets out on the inside of that bumper core. So I am going to pull this back off, trim that vinyl up, or plastic, whatever the hell this is, and then try and fit it up again and see if I can get that extra 1/2 inch out. Like right now, we're tight, you know, that's not going in anymore. But if I can get that vinyl trimmed up and get that to slide and tuck just another 1/2 inch, that would make me a happy man. So we'll tackle that and check back with you. Okay, well, it's rubber, this material. I tried to cut it with a side grinder, and it was a mess. It stunk. Anyhow, a pair of shop scissors trimmed it out, and you can see I closed that gap now. We're tight, which is what I was going for initially. Not sure what I'm going to do with these sides yet. I don't think it's worth it, especially this bumper, to try and cut the bumper down. You know, it's not going to be chromed anyhow. We'll have to do something with it. But I don't think I'm going to cut it down and try and match. You know, just take a segment out and then re-weld it and grind it down. I don't think I'm going to get into that. Maybe one day if I get really bored. But for right now, I'm just trying to get something that is a little different, something It doesn't cost anything, just some sweat equity. So I guess I'm gonna climb under there now. It looks like it's a little low. It's pulling these gaps out, but I'm gonna get under there now, make some marks. I don't know if I'm gonna drill it out and try and bolt it, or if I'll take it next door and weld it. I don't have any power where I'm at. Just an old garage. So we may pull the brackets off, weld it. We might drill a hole, bolt it. I don't know yet. I'm gonna climb under there, take a look at it, and I'll keep you updated. All right, well, I'm getting good at pulling this damn bumper on and off. I've got my holes drilled here. I walled them out. I found some 1/2-inch hardware laying in this box over here. That's the extent of my hardware. You know, bits and pieces. Used to have buckets and buckets, but got rid of it all. So yeah, I've got a couple holes drilled. Those should line up pretty decent with the brackets in the back. I'm gonna go ahead and run some hardware in there. That'll give me some adjustability, and if I want to weld it later down the road, I just want to make sure that I get it. I don't want this bumper sag, you know. So I want to make sure I get it where I want it before I put the hot glue on it. All right, check back. So looking at this, here's what we're left with. About 1.5 inches here. And I guess, if I'm so inclined, I can segment this bumper out and then re-weld this cap here, and then grind it all out. Like I said, it's a junk bumper. It's rusted out. It's got Bondo in it. It's been brush painted. It's only there for looks. Just a little bit better than Bluetooth. I don't know that it would save you from any damage. But at any rate, that's it. I mean, she's bolted up. She's tucked. As good as you can get for no money invested in it. All right, so no more than a couple hours, a couple drill bits, a couple cutoff blades, and just a little bit of intestinal fortitude, and there you go. So that's the found hardware. I've just got one on each side on the bottom of the brackets. I don't know if I'm in love with that. It's a whole lot better than it was. I actually tried to put the jack on this, and just kind of twist it and bend it up. It's still shimmable. It hasn't been welded, so there's always some adjustment. I'm pretty happy with that tuck. That tuck looks good. A whole lot better than the park bench that they come with. So I think that's gonna do it. Yeah, for no more than just a few hours worth of work, makes a lot of difference. And remember, it doesn't have to be good, just got to be good enough, because good enough gets it done.